it has gotten worse and worse and worse as time going on. It might not even be COD itself. The fact that you can get fined for pretty much talking.
Yeah.
If you don't
if there's
like
any
something,
issues, you can't raise it.
Yeah, you can't talk. There's no rivalries. You're not getting competitors saying, "I think you're trash. I'm gonna do this."
Yeah, there's no rivalries like what they used to be. Like it was actually entertaining to watch.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Morokai with 2 eyes. We're back on every single Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 7 a.m. on Spotify and 4:30 p.m. on YouTube. The king of COD himself, OpTic Scump. What was that? OpTic Scump. He's left the scene, mate.
Yeah, he's retired, which is huge.
It's
by
massive.
the way.
He wanted to give it one more go. He did a few turns, and now he's out. He's done.
But you know the best part about it is, and I love this, so they played Boston Breach.
Yep.
Before he retired. He dropped 1.2. He actually fried them. The next day he's like, yeah, I'm done. And that's what all the players...
The king lives on top.
All the players are like, that motherfucker went off. And then the next day he's just like, you know what? Over it. They're actually like, man, GG's. Like, that is the best way to go out.
Yeah, I think on his end, when he had, he obviously had a video that he uploaded where it was saying goodbye, and a lot of people got emotional with it because he's been playing COD forever. He's known as the GOAT, like
What's
the king.
thing? Like, granted, obviously we've enjoyed our time on COD as well. I don't deep dive too much into the competitive side of things as such, but he's always been a figure on YouTube that, like, I would always watch his video. I'd enjoy his content and stuff like that. And it is sort of like like he's actually calling it a day.
Yeah, and as it went on, the CDL, so the Call of Duty Competitive League, it has gotten worse and worse and worse as time going on. It might not even be COD itself. The fact that you can get fined for pretty much shit talking. Yeah. If you don't
like
something,
if there's any issues, you can't raise it.
Yeah, you can't talk. There's no rivalries. You're not getting competitors saying, "I think you're trash. I'm gonna do this."
Yeah, there's no rivalries like what they used to be. Like it was actually entertaining to watch.
And in the old days, they could have that and they could talk shit and it brought up all this heat and you'd be excited to watch the match. It was like the only time I got excited was when Formal and Scump were on OpTic, and then you had Crimsic on I think Dallas Empire. Yeah. And there was some heat there. Yeah, so when they won, they went nuts. They're like flipping him off. They're like saying, how the fuck is it? I loved it. I was like, that's
what it should be about though, because it's the passion, the drive. Like it's like what you're working towards.
Make it something entertaining.
Like, actually, it's got like storylines.
That's exactly.
It actually has like it's building character.
There hasn't been any good storylines for so long. There's
people
been some
just compete against one another, and a lot of the time as well, it's no longer like everyone's just. And I feel like it is because of the day and age now, but everyone's just so friendly.
Yeah, it's
like GGs were better on the day and all that. It's a classic like, oh, we just weren't good enough on the day. Like, oh, internet connection was bad. We should have been screwing for more hours. And like, mind you, like they're doing screws for the best part of like 10 hours a day.
They go nuts on it. I can't understand how their thumbs don't get sore.
How are they not sick of the game either? Seriously,
same.
like I don't. Especially being now at this age, if I was back like when we were high school, easily, I would think that is the best thing. But me right now, I could not think of anything worse.
Well, I compared it to something like basketball, and I'd think, well, basketball players are training probably the exact, well, not the exact same amount, but
training day in day out, playing as well, traveling to play.
Yeah, like think of that Kobe mentality where he's just like in the gym, eat, rest in the gym. Eat, rest in the gym. And what I mean in gym, like playing basketball.
Yeah, working on his skills, working on the craft.
I guess with that, though, the serotonin would be going, you're outside or...
Yeah, you're still like running around. You're not sitting in a chair in a dark place with like some lights on.
There's something different about being a lot more physical and it just feels a lot better. And you're so right. 10 hours a day on COD. If you're in a room, like a dark room, and you're not going out, I don't think your mental health would be... I don't know. I wouldn't find it as rewarding as going out and playing a physical sport.
I think as well, like, and if you're not, say you're having a bad day or like your scrim's not going as well as what you were hoping for, that's a long time to get through that mental fatigue.
Man, so
because like what your day is like, get up depending on what time you get up as well. And this is what I mean. Like, this is why I think credit to Scump and what he's been able to do, because he wanted to work out. So I'm assuming that it was like either scrim than gym, but then he also wanted to do content. So he's probably not really going to sleep. And then obviously if there's a TV show that he wants to watch, hanging out with his partner, he's got a dog as well. Just doing like all these things that as an adult needs to do in day-to-day life. What? His sleeping schedule maybe then is like you're waking up at 10. Like, it's just like, man, to rinse and repeat that plus the traveling as well to all these events.
Definitely. I think it was the lights, but when I streamed, when I sat and I was trying to
noticed
focus.
that when I did it.
Mate, I was exhausted
and
after
the lights
2 hours.
actually, it feels hot on you.
Yeah, it feels hot.
Like,
but if I'm sitting in front of a screen for that long, I would get tired. Like, I would be like, oh my God. And then there's times when I've had full gaming sessions where my fingers, I'm like, fuck, my fingers hurt. So for them to do it, and you are so right.
And there's days where you wake up and you wouldn't even want to game. Like, just in general, like, I just don't want to.
Definitely. And
it doesn't interest me today.
What you said about how it was, because some people might be going, oh, well, they just play COD for a few hours. It's fine. It's like, no, the competition level, this is one of the reasons Scump retired. The competition level is so high up now that you're right. They are scrimming 10 hours a day.
Yeah, plus then if you're someone who has a natural talent, maybe has that gift, that charm that gets along with supporters, fans, whatever. If you're then trying to be like, shit, I'm in a place right now where I could also do my own videos and help benefit me once I'm retired from this scene. Like, I can actually also just have my own brand. I can be my own person.
Yeah.
If you're then trying to put in the work as well, like if you don't have an editor or you prefer editing your own, that's a lot of time.
Mate.
And how are you up and about as well to then play just your regular games, leveling up your guns, whatever, and all that. And unfortunately, with this COD that it is, there isn't like a prestige system as such. Like, you just sort of like level up and all that. Like, once you do that initial, it's like,
well, do you know, OpTic HECZ is the one that has always non-stop been pushing for, you need to do content. You need to play and do content. You need to do content. Look at Scump. He's got videos where he's gone sweatbanding, where he's just gone in public lobbies and just crushed it. Millions and millions of views. Nadeshot now. He did all his content. He is, 100 Thieves is fucking up. He is living his best life.
Yeah.
Crimsix did content. I can't think of anyone on this current CDL that is producing quality content on YouTube. Like, I know Pred, he's going nut, and he's an Australian. So I've focused on him a lot. I've been like, this is fucking entertaining. But I don't see many YouTube videos. I don't see any massive like deep dives unless you're on OpTic or 100 Thieves, and 100 Thieves because you had Nadeshot. I don't see much content.
Well, that's the exact same. Like, I'm a big fan of Octane. He's now at 100 Thieves. But a lot of the content during, like, whilst it's the COD season is usually just, like, stream highlights.
Exactly.
Like, the video that he uploaded, it was him reacting to Scump's retirement video. But aside from that, it's really, like, and he might make the odd comment here or there. But, again, he's restricted to what he can say because it's a fine.
And if you want me to connect with these players to actually get involved and watch, it's like RCDs. I thought RCDs was a massive talent, right? And I was kind of like, oh, that's pretty cool. He doesn't make content, and when he streams, it's no camera on. So I'm like, oh, you're not giving me much of it. Exactly. So I'm watching all these competitive players. I'm like, none of you, yeah, you're right, Octane does a good job. None of you are bringing me in so I can get connected with you and your journey and want to watch you.
I think the reason why, like, a Scump, a Formal, and all that works so well, though, and we're, like, us as fans, viewers, and all that, we're so intrigued, like, we like them, is because, well, not only do they have a great leader in a HECZ that has always been pushing the content, but HECZ does vlogs, so you're constantly seeing these guys, you know what they're about. Then they've got a podcast.
Yeah.
They're then like, so you can really build like a foundation. You can understand them. You can connect with them. Like,
well, I'm a massive fan of Nick Maniac.
Yeah.
All right. I'm a massive fan of him, and he had some stuff going on with OpTic where he had drug abuse problems, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, I want to know what he's doing next. I want to see his next episode of Fly Class. He's chill. I want to see how he's doing. If I went to Paris Legion or someone like is it LA Gorillas or something?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know anyone on there. I don't know the content they're uploading. I don't see anything where it's hooked me. And if I'm only focused on OpTic, which I feel like a majority of the CDL
most definitely
fans are, then guess what? I'm not focused on another team, so I'm not focused on any rivalries. I'd love to be focused on I guess it could be FAZE, right?
Yeah.
And OpTic, they've got a good thing. But FAZE's, they don't create content.
Nah.
So right now, it was always
and then the
FAZE
content
OpTic,
that, and
FAZE
then
OpTic.
the content that FAZE do create, their main channel videos, granted, I know they were always a trick shotting per se, sniping like team.
Yeah, they're
but like
different
their
now.
content's like just a really
It's weird.
and it's very just paid promotion stuff.
It's kind of like a Nike now, where it's like if you're in FAZE, it means something, but if you go to their channel, it's not the same. So the OpTic FAZE rivalry used to be insane, and now it's just kind of like I don't really connect with anyone on FAZE anymore.
Yeah, correct.
So yeah, you're right. You need storylines. You need drama. I don't even care if it's fake drama at this point. Do something, because now I'm just watching
always
people
good with
play
like a
COD.
Parasite,
Yeah,
or like a Claystar, because they would still attack because they'd be bitter.
Do you know one of the biggest names in the CDL, and he doesn't even fucking play, but I always want to know what happens to him next?
Oh, don't chill. You got to mention who I think you got to mention.
The man himself,
Oh,
Doug Sensor Martin.
our God. By the way, there's probably a lot of people who have always been wondering what these pictures are.
Yeah,
so it's actually great now. So.
Doug Sensor Martin, I think he won a couple of championships early on when he played
like
COD.
real early.
And he had a lot of trouble with teaming with people. No one wanted to team with him. They either pissed him off, like he either pissed them off, or he just didn't have good connections. And slowly, he got further and further away from these players, where he just didn't get picked up from any teams.
Yes.
Got to a point where he's now out of the CL, but every day
he's
doing,
at Boston Breach actually.
Yeah, but
was.
He's doing so much. He is actually doing like 8 hours a day.
Yeah, well,
10
he's
hours
doing
a day.
everything, and he's still doing a gym. Like,
His
and all
work
that, like-
ethic is fucking nuts.
Oh, it's insane.
And he's always creating drama. He's always putting himself in the stupidest positions. I'm not kidding you. If any team, I don't care who it is, put Doug Sensor Martin in their starting lineup, I will watch whoever he's versing.
You know,
I'm
for a fact though,
invested.
yeah, because he creates storylines. You're invested, and credit to him. Like he is very frustrating at the best of times, but because of what he does, you are invested. He's actually worked it out so well,
mate. I want to watch anything he's going to do in the CDL, but I'm not interested in literally any other play. I'll tell you the only other players that are on my radar at the moment: Shotzi,
yep,
Pred, and Dashi.
Yep,
maybe Arcides. Salium's pretty talented. They're the 5. Nearly all of them don't do content full time.
Yeah, well, Dashi just if he's not doing that, he's usually just playing bog Valorant.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's been called out about it multiple times.
And man, so we've got no major talent, and now that literally the king of COD,
well, it's the face. In all seriousness,
it is
the face of
no,
CDL.
Everyone knows his name. Literally, if you watch CDL, you know Scump.
Like I feel, I'm intrigued to see what the CDL do next, because you're right, there is no storylines. Now you've lost the face. I know Scump's still going to be around. He'll still be at the OpTic thing. He's OpTic through and through.
No, do you know?
But like, dude,
do you know the scariest part?
The viewership's going to go down, and it's already. I feel like COD itself as a whole, but COD in general is on a decline.
Mate, the scariest part is that now you've lost Scump, right? Next year's COD is the same COD.
It is, yes.
It's going to be the first time where there's not a new change up, a new change pace. And I don't care what people say when they're like, "Oh, it sucks. Like there's a new COD every." No, I want that change. I want that change.
If you're going to get, especially if they continuously play the same maps. The gentleman's agreement on so many fucking equipment.
Fuck that off.
That's what I mean, right, though, because there's only so many guns. So everyone's using the same fucking guns. It's the same fucking maps. It's the exact same game modes.
Mate.
Like, dude, it's not, this game isn't a 2-year, I'm sorry, it's not a 2-year game. It's not going to work.
Also, that GA agreement stuff, fuck that, right? I want there to be stuns, random grenades. I want there to be
it changes the playing field completely.
Are too strong. I want there to be proper kill streaks in there. Anything and everything.
Well, it makes everything go. It changes the dynamic so much.
I thought one thing I was like, what would make me watch CDL? Do you know if they had a game where maybe you went you played against each other, and at the very end you chose your best 2 players against their 2 players in a gulag type of match?
Oh, that'd be cool.
And then there could also be it's a sort of mode where, let's say there's a spin wheel, and say you win, you spin the wheel, or it's a massive rotation, and it could go and it's like 1 extra life, or you get to eliminate one of their players for 30 seconds, or you get to start off with a big kill streak. Make it
if it's like a hard point, you already start with like 50 points or something like that.
Because with this COD and with how big the talent is, it is so rare you see a triple kill. You never see a quad. You never see any moments that are like, holy shit, that was fucking insane. If you put in some different aspects where I can be like, oh my God, Pred is out for this game because he got caught. Or holy shit, Pred, imagine this. You're up and it's 5v5, like it's a draw. Instead of going to game 6, it's like you have to choose the best player from your team that play, and it's like Scump versus Pred.
Yeah, 1v1.
In a 1v1.
That'd be huge.
With snipers or something. Just fucking do that.
Yeah, no, it would. It'd bring in a massive viewership. And I guess as well, COD as of recently, having no ranked as well, it hurts, man.
It does.
Ranked is such a smart... How that's not in at launch baffles me.
Nadeshot did a...
It's a game mode that people want to play. Like, it's wanted by the players themselves, man.
Well, you know how Warzone's always been the biggest...
But even that's fallen off because there's no updates.
Yeah,
my Twitter is about how bad it is. And other people are also being like, wow, Modern Warfare 2 is the game that made Scump retire.
Yeah. Well,
like...
If you... I watched Nadeshot do a video on Scump's retiring, kind of like a reaction video. And even he said, he's like, oh, my Twitter is filled with people telling me that, like, Warzone's dead, like, it's dying. And I don't remember that with Verdansk. I remember Verdansk, like, was just always...
but it was
the biggest... It was
also,
the hackers. It was the biggest
Well, the hackers, but you know another thing that I think everyone forgets about? When did Warzone blow up? Seriously, when did Warzone blow up? I know the game came out in 2019, but when Warzone was big, it was streaming, everyone was playing it, COVID lockdown. All people were doing was staying inside playing video games.
And watching. Because nothing else to do.
What are you doing? Now you're back working, man.
I didn't think about that.
Now everyone's back to working jobs again. People aren't at home. People can't play for hours on end anymore.
That's interesting.
You're coming a lot more, I would say now, just your casual players who just want to jump on and play with mates.
Definitely.
And if you're having a shit time, you're not going to stay on for hours. You're going to sort of be like, boys, it's not for me. I'm jumping off.
But my brother loves the game more than anything. He's like pretty much completely stopped. Maybe does an hour here and there because there was so much issues with the PC itself. Like it doesn't connect with the game. So many people are trying to jump on and they get kicked in the middle of the game.
You're not going to want to continue trying if that's your experience time and time again as well. Like it just puts you off. It's not an enjoyable experience.
You spend a good 10-15 minutes looting up. So if I spend that time and
you
then
spend money on the game as well. And the developers are making it's a multi-billion-dollar company, man.
Oh, it is.
There's no excuses. And why is the content so slow to be released? What, Warzone 2? I don't even play Warzone. The fact that Warzone 2 is pushed back until February 15th, and that's the first thing that's been said since the game's dropped, that is a disgrace. That is piss poor. That is so fucking bad. You're telling me as well at launch, it's Modern Warfare 2. Why do you not have, at launch, there should have been match from Modern Warfare 2 ready to go?
Yeah.
It's fucking dumb. You want longevity. This game's meant to be 2 years. That or just fucking remaster the goated Modern Warfare 2 that everyone fucking loved and just don't change anything, just the graphics, and launch it as that. Yeah. Don't do what you fucking did to COD 4 because that was a disgrace. Yeah. Just copy, paste, happy days.
I agree with you completely on that because some of the games they do, it's very clear that they go, it's not ready, but what we can do is we put out maybe, and I think they get off on the fact that it's like that Rose skin.
Yes.
They know that's an issue, but they kept it going because everyone bought the skin. Yeah. Everyone made sure they used it. More views. This needs change. And then when they do an update, it's like, oh, they're the good guys. They finally changed it. So every time there was a new drop, like not a new drop, every time there was a new update with a new weapon, that weapon was overpowered as fuck.
All the time.
Until it was like, okay, it's been a week. Everyone's purchased it. Now let's just level it back out.
The worst thing about that as well, though, is they ask for community feedback. They're asking for the player feedback. They say that they're listening, and then do the complete opposite.
They never
do the complete opposite. The fact that, and I know that yourself, your brother, you guys hated Cold War, but the fact that to me, Cold War is the best COD that has come out since, I would say, Black Ops 3. That's fucked.
Yeah.
That's actually fucked.
I'm just going to be so curious how it goes.
I
that
fucking hated Black Ops 4. No one, aside from the pros, played Infinite Warfare.
Yeah.
And that wasn't by choice. That's because they had to play that. The remastered COD 4, yeah, all right, nostalgia's pretty good, but I wasn't playing that for a fucking year.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking, what else was there? There's, Modern Warfare 19, which did change the game. I'll give it that. It was a massive change, but just for me, I didn't like it personally. And all that, but I thought the maps were too big. You then have COD, and then we go back to like this. It's just like, so Vanguard, oh, gee, God, that was something.
Man, it's not like games like it used to, where it's like you buy the disc, it's done. I would never, ever fucking have a problem. Now, even normal games like campaign games, it's like update, download, copy file. There's been a system error. We'll report this to PlayStation. I'm like, fucking...
I just want to genuinely come home from work, maybe do what I need to do, and I just want to play I just want to relax.
Yeah.
I don't want to
$110.
Yeah, I don't want to turn on my PlayStation, go to play my game, and oh no, my update's not ready. I've got to wait half an hour. By the time the update's done, I'm in bed now.
Yeah,
I don't want to play my PlayStation. You've actually just pissed me off.
Man, that's so true. So look, OpTic Scump. I mean, like he's going to focus all on content, which is
good on
great.
him. I think he deserves a well-earned break.
Yeah, he's a very entertaining player, but and I think we even grew up with him. Like he would have been doing his old pub stopping when we started YouTube.
Yeah.
So he's
which
been
is pretty crazy. He's always been there.
Always been there. Him and Nate have always been there, which I love. So it's a sad day, but now the trickle effect is just going to be so interesting to see if that viewer drop just plummets.
I think the viewer drop, but now as well, and this is what I'm most excited for. Scump's now retired. He can say whatever the fuck he wants with no consequences.
Thank God. Yeah.
I could not wait for him to spill some tea. Yeah. Just on like dramas within, not so much OpTic, because I suppose he's still aligned with them, but like maybe like them dropping players, some player movements that maybe he didn't personally agree with, or like there was maybe some conflicts there. Him actually just talking about the state of COD. What does he actually, now non-filtered, what does he think of COD and the future of it? Because man, I think the pros' opinions hold so much value to COD in itself, if not more, than us regulars. Yeah. But the problem is as well, why is COD catering to all these newer players that have never played the game? I remember, there is nothing better, in all seriousness, than, yeah, all right, it's frustrating not being good at a game, but wanting to grind because you want to be like, fuck, I got belt. Like, I want to be as good as that guy. Yeah. Like, I'm going to call him a sweat. I'm going to get frustrated. I'm going to be angry. But now it's like, fuck, that guy was like, I want to be that good. And there's no more of that now.
COD's MA 15 plus, or you're meant to be pretty much 18 when you play it, right? You can't go in and buy Call of Duty if you're not 18, like in Australia. I'm like, pretty sure. But, mate, we would cater to kids when you're in primary school and give them participation awards. The people that are playing this game are 18 plus. Why are you trying to like save their feelings if they do poorly in the game?
As well, I feel like as an adult as well, like I've got mates who play COD and they're genuinely like, I know I'm shit at this game and I'm happy to admit that, but I'm playing with my mates, so it's fun. But it's not fun as well. Like skill-based matchmaking, there is a lot of issues. Like I could go on and on. Like I don't want to. Like it's just a massive rant in the end of the day.
There's issues in Warzone. Like, they notice that if you're doing too good, like a weaker enemy will kill you a lot quicker, and their bullets are a lot stronger. There's so many little gritty details. It shouldn't
be like that. It's like I know it sucks, but it's like if you're bad, you're bad. If you're good, you're good.
Yeah, literally.
Like mix it up so there is some good versus bad, like and all that.
I was bad at Modern Warfare 2, but
I don't expect to jump into pub something every fucking year. I know for a fact, like over time I should gradually start to play people my level around the same place and all that. But like, don't have like, all right, you've just dominated one game, now you're up against fucking sweats who are playing like 8 hours a day. All right, you've got belted, now you're going back to people who are just jumping on for casuals.
Do you know in Modern Warfare 2, the original, I only got one nuke in my entire time playing. I would get up on like a Saturday morning. I'd be so excited. I'd be like, all right, you're going to practice today. You're going to get better and better. And I get so close. And anytime I'd get to like a 19 or maybe I got my chopper gunner and someone like stabbed me in the back, I'd like throw my controller, fuck. All I wanted was one nuke. And meanwhile, I've got like a mate of mine who's like on 280 nukes.
Yeah.
And all I wanted was one. I kept working. I remember, I'll never forget. I remember one time I'm in my room and I'm on Scrapyard. It's a small as map and things are just going really well. I'm like, oh my God. And I get closer and closer. Get the chopper gunner. And then I think I was a couple kills off. I'm like shaking. My hands like shaking. I'm like, oh my God. get a couple kills. Someone runs in the room. I like jump up. I like get the other kill, and it just says nuke, and it goes, you know that sound it makes, mate. I like jumped up and down, ran in my room. I'm like, I just got a nuke. Oh my god, freaking out. I wouldn't have got that feeling if I just I'm the same as everyone else no matter what. There's no challenge. Because skill-based matchmaking puts you in the same rank. So no matter what, you're always going to be level. Yeah. I'm going to get 15 kills and 15 deaths. 12 kills, 12 deaths. Oh, look at me. I got 20 kills and 12 deaths. Now I'm back down to a different level where I'm getting 10 and 10. It's stupid.
It is. And it's taken so much enjoyment out of COD. Like, if you look at all the CODs that were enjoyable, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2.
Modern Warfare 3 was a bang.
Like, sort of thing. That's what I mean, man. Like, they were just simple. The maps were good. The maps were actually original too. Like, I think the maps in COD nowadays are so shit. Like, seriously, out of like the last couple of years, give me an actual memorable, like, give me a name of a map that you would happily be like, oh, I actually would play that. And don't fucking give me Shoot House or Shipment either.
Nah. The only one I would think, and I agree with you, I wouldn't be like, I can't wait to play this. The only one I'm thinking of is Gunrunner, because that was the only map in 2019 I didn't mind.
Yeah.
Not like, fuck yes, Gunrunner.
That's what I mean,
it was more like, thank God I don't get Piccadilly.
Maps now, dude.
How that pisses me off.
You can't even vote for fucking...
That makes... Who? Oh my God.
There's reasons why people didn't play maps.
Yeah.
Don't then take that away.
What, if people voted against me and that I hate a map so much that I'm like... So I'll back out.
Yeah, same, man. Same. And I don't know as well why. And granted, I know a lot of people are saying like, oh, are you really complaining about this? Why the fuck have they removed red dots off the minimap?
I don't know what they keep doing.
I don't get that either. Make it so there's no minimap, which is hardcore, or leave the minimap how it was.
Yeah.
I know you don't want people looking up in the top, but like, mate, that's how, like, I don't navigate a map purposely because like that's where the red dots are. But if someone's in front of me gunning it out, I want to at least know like, fuck, I need to approach with caution.
Yeah. And they need to.
Fuck me.
They need to get rid of so much of Gunsmith. There's too much.
Dude, there's too much customization now. There's way too many attachments.
How often do you flick through Gunsmith and you're just like, fine. You're not actually going to stat.
Dude, I'm the exact same.
Yeah, I go to YouTube and go, what's the best?
Yeah, I do that. I did that for Cold War, dude.
Mate, I'm not sitting there practicing and like, oh, I'm a bit better with this one.
Especially now as well with the precision editors too in this game.
Oh, too much.
It's too, like, I love that there's customization, but it also gets to a stage where it's like, there's actually too much now. It's actually overwhelming, man.
Give me like 3 red dot sights, a couple of long...
Yeah, just keep it simple like Black Ops 2 did. A couple of laser sights, a couple of like sights itself, then just a couple like mags.
Yep.
A couple of stocks, some barrels. That's all I need. Just seriously give me like 4 of each thing.
Yeah, it's too over the top. And if we quickly go back to the CDL, man, how often do you see like an insane clip? Very rare.
Oh, so rare nowadays.
So now when you're watching the CDL, I'm just watching the motions. I'm just watching a few kills. Unless the game gets really close at the end, I'm like, I don't even know what I'm watching. I'm watching a guy kill, dead, kill, dead, kill, dead. I'm not saying like, fuck, a triple kill. Oh my God, precision. Like,
yeah,
all this there's no stuff.
Well, man, I couldn't even tell you the last time I saw a crazy clip. In all seriousness,
the only time I remember a crazy clip was when OpTic, and again, it's because I watched OpTic and it's the only one I wanted to watch, was when OpTic played against, I think, LA Gorillas, and 3 of OpTic players were against 1 player, and those 3 OpTic players lined up by accident, and this 1 player at the final, he got the final kill, all 3 of them lined up. That's the only thing I can remember.
That's what I mean, though. But I agree with you again wholeheartedly. Like, there just needs to be more game modes added into the CDL. Like, one of my favourite ones, actually, Advanced Warfare, which I know is a long-forgotten COD now. But that one where, like, it was sort of like, not S&D as such, maybe like more like a TDM, but you'd have the bowl, and it was sort of like basketball. And they also did that for the COD World War II.
Yeah.
And all that game mode, mate, I've seriously, as like a game mode that like is new and different, I loved playing that game mode in public with my mates. Like, you just run a party of 5, 6, whatever, and just throwing it and stuff. And especially back then, it is strategic because you're like, you guys need to cover me. I need to flank this way, or I'm going to run the back way. Or you're like, shit, they're coming for me. So you throw the ball into them so they catch it, so then they can't shoot you.
Yeah.
and you do it that way, like,
The best way I could put it, man, if I think of old Call of Duty, I would think of like a massive steak sandwich. Like you got the steak, you got the sauce, maybe you got some cheese in there.
Oh.
You've got all the stuff. And then over time, they're like, all right, let's take out the sauce. And you're like, oh, okay. Now let's change the bread to multigrain. Oh, okay. Let's take out the cheese. Really? All right, let's take out half the steak. And now you're left with something that's not even worth your time. You're like,
I don't know. And I just
else.
think Modern Warfare 2 as well, like, at times it just feels real clunky.
mm-hmm.
As well, like, don't get me wrong, like, I think the beta was nice. It was actually, like, I enjoyed, from what I played, like, what I've played of the game, I've enjoyed, but there's also so many things that I would like change.
Yeah.
Like, it's far from perfect, but at the same time as well, and I think, and it's not, I don't want to, it's not like a COD thing, but because of how much success Warzone had, and I can understand that they want to put all their time, their money, all their efforts into Warzone too. I completely get that. Like, if that's what's playing, that's what people are doing, and you got to do it. But I feel like COD's lost what it was because all this money, all this time, all this investment has gone into that. Core multiplayer now is just like a thing of the past. But multiplayer games in general as well, because everything's just battle royales now, which again is fine. I get that that's a trend, that's what people want to play, but what about this large core of people that just want to play some multiplayer with their mates?
Man, we'll finish off with this. Do you know what still shocks me? Do you remember when they were doing the Call of Duty leagues and making them, making all the teams city specific? Each spot was $30 million.
Yeah, the buy-in's ridiculous.
I know that, like, even HECZ said, look, it's over a long period of time. You got to buy that spot. But I don't get it. Where are you making your money? Because I'm watching it, and let's say if you go to any of the CDL teams that aren't 100 Thieves, FAZE, or OpTic, their YouTube, their videos get 6,000 views, 5,000 views.
The
Basically nothing.
Yeah, the players aren't making content.
So,
is that just the investors' money then? Like at the stadium, or the actual owner of said
yeah, but
team?
if you go to an event and they sell out all their tickets, mate, 30 million's 30 million. Like, what are you talking? Where is this money coming from?
Yeah, the merch sales as well.
I never see anyone buy. I see people with OpTic merch. You think I'm seeing people with Paris Legion merch?
People would probably buy 100 Thieves merch if it wasn't so fucking hard to get.
The London Ravens, like all this crap, man. I'm just like, I've never seen a diehard London Ravens fan.
No.
You're either diehard OpTic,
FAZE, or
you've
Thieves.
switched over and let's be real about this. You're watching Thieves because you're supporting nadeshot.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Kenny is entertaining, but yes.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, some people like they'll watch the teams for their own reasons, but
really, it's because you want to see nadeshot succeed. I know exactly what you're saying.
Because I watch FAZE because I know about FAZE Banks. I know about FAZE Temper.
Yeah.
Like, there's
names.
a
history there, like in that sense. But
I'm not watching for selling him.
Yeah.
Like, I know the name and I know he's entertaining, but he's not someone where I'm like, I'm dropping my shit to watch selling him.
I suppose it doesn't help either, like living in Australia. Like the time that they actually do get to do this here, like it doesn't really align with us all that well either.
Yeah.
Like really, like it is a bit hard to watch.
Mate, they need to just make it more entertaining. I remember when that 2v2 gun mode came out.
That was fun when we played that, man.
Mate, CENSOR was in one and he did like this jump shot pistol onto like, I think an NBA player he was going up against. It was entertaining. Like CENSOR just stood up, like looking like the GOAT. And I'm like, this man, he's just...
That's what I mean there. Like it's entertainment, dude.
Oh, man. If you finished off the game and it's... Imagine this, right? 5v5, forget about complaining how things are fair. Each person gets a random gun generated, a random class. Ooh. You have to play with. I don't care if the other team has the better guns and you're just like, fuck, work it out. Yeah, you should have won in the first place.
It's because how you combat that situation now.
It's like when people are in people fight and they go into boxing or UFC and it goes to the judges' scorecards. It's like, that's bullshit. I won. I should have won this and that. It's like,
well, you should have done more.
You should have done more. You should have knocked them out. And a thing fighters always say is never let it go to the judges' scorecards. Yeah. Never. Beat them before that. If you got a shit run on this random generator of classes, imagine how fucking cool it'd be and the shit talking you can do if you were only a pistol.
You pistol whip every single one of them with an eagle.
Oh, I would watch that every time.
It's like, this guy just dropped 1v5. He clutched up just with a pistol. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Like, imagine the commentators like, oh my God, 3 of OpTic's
That's what
players
I
have all
mean.
got
Like,
snipers,
yeah, like-
and Shotzi's only got a pistol. It's like, and they're going up against all AR. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
it'd be crazy, man. It'd be entertaining.
Yeah, but now when I sit down and watch COD, I watch this. I can't hear the comms, so I'm sitting there and I'm watching Kill Dead. Waiting. Kill Dead. Just 1 for 1. I'm like, oh, I want to watch. No one goes around on like a 19 streak or something. And I know the competition's high, but if you set some things up where it's more entertaining, I'd watch it. But be interesting to see.
I just think it's a downwards. It gets worse before it gets better.
Oh, I agree 100%.
It gets way worse. And now without a Scumpy, man, I seriously fear for the CDL.
And
if he's retiring, man,
Crimsix is gone. He was massive.
If Scumpy's retiring, like who else is next? When are people actually going to start coming out and stop? Actually, just come out and speak the truth, speak the actual mind, and be like, you know what? Fuck these fines. COD's fucked. Things need to change, and they need to change now. Otherwise, there's a massive, there's going to be a big fallout.
Oh, massive. Yeah.
And they can't, with all the money, like you said, $30 million, man. That's a lot of money for things not to work.
Yeah. And when they talked about OpTic HECZ is like, this is the long-term thing. I'm like, yeah, but if you buy like an NFL team, right? Football's not going away.
Correct. That's a smart investment.
A couple more CODs, especially if this one sucks. Yeah, COD can go away.
Yeah. Oh, shit, yeah.
Fucking hell. Yeah.
Shit, yeah.
It shocks me that, what's that other game, that Counter-Strike?
Yeah, CSGO, yep.
It really shocks me that the exact same video game is being played over and over and over. Same with League of Legends. COD people are like, unless it's the new one, I'm not watching it. But those two games, they just kept getting replayed and replayed and replayed.
Well, even there's like fucking Pro Rocket League, which to me baffles me. Rocket League's not a bad game to play as mates, but I wouldn't want to watch it competitively.
They take COD Mobile pretty seriously.
Yeah, that's fucked. That's really fucked. Mobile's really good at that game, actually. Yeah, he drops nukes time and time again. Like, I said to, dude, there's actually like a niche market on YouTube for that. And some of them have like 600K. And I'm like, Tim, dude, you should just jump on that.
Yeah. Definitely.
Like, just do it. Like, he's like, oh, no, like, I just play it for fun and all that. I'm like, I know, but like, if all you have to do is screen record, that's so much easier. You don't really have to edit anything.
That's true. You just have to screen record.
But I must admit, though, a lot of like the COD mobile players seem to be like either European or Asian.
Yeah, I see a lot,
like, especially with
countries.
Like big subscribers.
Yeah,
is very like Asian European.
I don't know if you've noticed, but on our TikTok gaming channel, because we have WWE, mate, we're getting comments from other countries, like other languages.
Yeah, right.
So
that's crazy.
Depending where you hit. Some places are so popular with certain games that we have no idea about. Literally none.
It'd be nice to sort of like, imagine having an insight as to like what games are popular. So then you can get ahead of the curve. Sort of like a PewDiePie in the sense of like Happy Wheels. Yes. How he like jumped on that so early, just sort of like made, like just gave like each of like the different fucking people on that game like character names. Like it's like, oh, this is John. Like, come on, John, you're riding with your kid Bill. And just like when they die, you'd be like, Bill, fuck you, Bill. Like sort of thing. Like just doing that shit, but being ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
Granted, obviously he had no idea that it was going to blow up, but like it'd be so cool to just jump on a game early days, stick with it. Maybe even like the Ninja effect with a Fortnite.
He did. He
where
started
it's like you were on Fortnite for ages. He sort of just made videos here and there, being like, oh, I kind of enjoy this.
I never hear about him anymore. But you know why? He made so much money. He can do whatever the fuck he wants now.
You know what is funny though? Because I'm subscribed to Ninja on YouTube. I swear on my life, every single fucking whatever the fuck it is on Fortnite these days, every like new. This is why I'm quitting Fortnite. This is why Fortnite sucks. You'll see nothing from him maybe for like a couple of weeks in regards to Fortnite videos. As soon as new content drops, oh my God, I can't believe I just did this on Fortnite. I swear to God, man, every fucking time.
Yeah, does Tfue still do anything?
That's a dude that is no word of a lie, someone that I've completely forgotten about.
And after his FAZE thing, I was just like, I haven't heard of him. And you know what's massive? Shorts are taking over.
Oh shit, yeah,
because you can now get monetized for them.
yeah, right.
Yeah,
That
so
is a game changer.
A lot of content creators are literally just doing shorts.
Well, that's the way that Instagram's going to start becoming as well. It's just going to be, it's more going to be the Instagram reels and actual photos themselves.
Yeah, well, I'm on Tfue shorts right now.
And even we're sort of seeing that now with the
200
Facebook a little bit. Like a lot of it's like that Facebook, like fucking watch or whatever the shit it's called.
200k views, 1 million views, 72k, 99k, 250k, 200k. It seems, I've noticed that it seems if an account has a video that's taken off, somehow they then put in a new algorithm where no matter what their videos get views.
Yeah, correct. I feel that.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Lots of land. But yes, anyway, guys.
A bit of a big chat there.
All respect to the absolute king.
Yeah, good on you, Scumpy.
Loved
journey.
Watching everything he's done.
Absolute journey that he's done and been able to accomplish.
Let's see.
One of the goats.
That's it. Let's see what happens to the CDL after this.
Big things, hopefully.
All right, guys, Morokai to eyes. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Boom.
Boom.